Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, shout out to Hood Educated, man. Y'all could check his channel out. I'm gonna leave a link to the exact video in reference to this one so y'all can see for yourselves. I'm gonna pin it in the comments below. Also, shout out to my boy Uzi74 for bringing this video to my attention. You know, y'all subscribers, y'all always show love. We more like a family here, man. I appreciate the support, and this is a free place for us. But anyway, as y'all already know, in my previous videos, I've stated that there's some type of foul play surrounding the whole Atlanta case, involving King Von, Durk, Zoo, and hella Bandz, right? But the man Hood Educated took it a bit further and exposed something that a lot of people aren't realizing or even talking about, but it's going down right now. So I like to touch on that. Now, most of y'all know I've been saying to watch out for this case that Lil Durk was involved in with, along with King Von and Bayzoo, and this is exactly why. Now, it's a coincidence, right? And even though we know that they don't exist, but I'm gonna dumb it down and let y'all come to your own conclusion. But a lot of people didn't even know that Bayzoo was involved in that Atlanta case to begin with. But to my surprise, I didn't even know that hella Bandz, who was also an OTF affiliate, was involved in that case as well. And unfortunately, right, we learned that he was killed at a Miami club in May of 2019. Now, I know some of y'all probably like, what does that have to do with this whole case, this situation? But I'm gonna go down a timeline real quick, and then I'm gonna explain why all of this makes sense, right? Number one, February 5th, 2019, Lil Durk, King Von, hella Bandz, and Bayzoo are all suspects in the Atlanta attempt murder case of Alexander Witherspoon, right? Number two, May 11th, 2019, hella Bandz was shot and killed during an altercation at Cameo nightclub in Miami Beach while another person was injured, right? Number three, November 6th, 2020, King Von was shot and killed outside Monaco hookah lounge in Atlanta after an altercation with Quando Rondo transpired. And last but certainly not least, that leaves THF Bayzoo, who was recently arrested for felony weapons possession while he has an out-of-state warrant on top of the case that's open with Durk, Von, and hella Bandz in Atlanta. So, as much as we would love to think that he'll be okay, I don't know too much about that, right? So now that I just told y'all all that, the hella Bandz, King Von, THF Bayzoo, right? Is it a coincidence that everybody involved in that case have came to some kind of demise except for one person? Alright, is it a coincidence that the last person involved in the situation gets arrested and we haven't heard any word on that case, and now finding out that there's not even a set court date for that case yet? So if suddenly, now that all these key players, the Von, the hella Bandz, the Bayzoo, now that they're out the picture, if suddenly there's a court date that gets revealed out of nowhere, y'all know exactly what's going on, right? Now, here's where it gets interesting in the video with Hood Educated. He actually calls the local jail where the case is being held and spoke to an actual clerk. While speaking to the clerk, he told her Lil Durk's real name, which is Durk Banks, and used the case number to find out details, but the response that she gave was shocking. It tells it all. Now, after looking up the case number, the clerk came back and told him that the case number shows that it's an open case, but it don't show any upcoming court dates. Now, I'm gonna say that again. The clerk said, and he had her on audio, the clerk said that the case number shows that it's an open case, but it don't show any upcoming court dates. Now, when he asked the clerk, how can it be an open case with no court date, She simply replied, it just means that he doesn't have a court date. Now, honestly, I think she pretty much really don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but that's why she said 9 times out of 10, it's up to the DA to decide what they want to do with that court date in that case and how they wish to move forward. But why wouldn't the DA want to move forward, especially on a case with a couple convicted felons, right? In an attempted murder case? Isn't that an easy case for the DA? Now, I'm gonna tell you one thing, right? I'm not the smartest man in the world, but whenever I got arrested, after going to court, I always received another court date. I even caught a traffic case, right, during 2020 when the pandemic was in full effect. And even then, when the courts were considered closed, it was a malfunction for a little while, but eventually everything went back to normal and I received a court date. They always gave me a court date. And a case as serious as this one, with attempted murder involved, with a couple convicted felons, there should definitely be a court date set for these guys. So why isn't there a court date, right? Keep in mind, y'all, that case happened in 2019. Here we are midway through 2022, almost 3 years of hearing nothing about this case. In fact, whatever happened to the situation where allegedly guys tried to run in Durk's home in his gated community, where he admitted to shooting back alongside his girl India? Whatever came out of that situation? Y'all gotta remember, man, Durk is already a convicted felon that admitted to shooting back in reference to people running in his home along with his girl. Now, I'm gonna tell you this, right? I'm not gonna make any suggestions or throw any jackets on anybody, but I'm gonna give you a little knowledge that I know from going through certain situations and watching Law and Order and other documentaries as well. All right. People that are working with law enforcement are protected very well, and information regarding their case in which they're helping out the government is usually kept private. Whether it's names, court dates, details, all that. So explain to me how one person can have an open case without a court date, man. And if you know, you know. I'm not going to continue too much because I don't want to just regurgitate the same thing Hood Educated stated in his video. I'll also encourage you guys to check out his video and click the link pinned in the comments so y'all can let me know what y'all think about it. So, you know, we don't hate here, man, at all. He did it. He did his due diligence. He checked out the information and got that information. And once again, if you know how the law works, you know that this is an automatic red flag. This is something that people need to be talking about. This is confirmation in itself that something foul is going on, man. And maybe we bugging. I'm gonna keep it fair. Maybe we bugging. We gonna say we don't know the ins and out. We don't know the behind the scenes of what's going on. I'm gonna be at least that fair and say that. However, man, like I said, for y'all that know what's going on, if you've been through the law system and you know you've been around the block, you know that something is fishy. All right, so I'm gonna end that here. Like I said, I'm gonna leave the link to Hood Educated video in the comments so y'all can check it out. Shout out to him and his work and his due diligence and all that. I want y'all to let me know why y'all think there's no court date set for that Atlanta case, man. So we can get a discussion going on and it's just not one-sided. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping, and I'm out.